Welcome everybody to the 2018 Great Southern Football League Junior Medal Count. This is an official meeting of the league. I need to inform you that suspended players are ineligible. However, the red and yellow card system doesn't apply to that. I'd like to welcome our sponsors who are yet to arrive and to apologise that Telstra can't be here, but they were at our senior medal count last week and are working closely with us for the renewal and enhancement of their sponsorship. Fluoro Milk and Yogurt are to be represented by Jeff Hutchinson and Barry Clark. Probably still milking cows. I'd like to welcome from the South Adelaide Football Club the under-18s coach Mark Clayton as a guest. I'd like to also welcome the League Life members and Kevin Curran and Herman Lucas. And from our GSFL Academy, and there's a couple still to arrive, I hope they've had a safe trip. But that's led by David Wynn, and of course there's an apology from John Griffin, who is in transit on one of his jaunts. Brian Munn is yet to arrive, Michael Simmons, and of course we have Darren Austin and Tristan Mulhern yet to arrive as one of our coaches. Unfortunately, an apology from Robbie McKinnon was called in late to work. From the Great Southern Football League, the executive, Kim Sewell, and of course our Assistant Secretary and our Secretary in charge of our women's competition, Andrew Batten. We have an invited guest for the league, and I'll talk about that in a little more detail shortly, but I'd like to also welcome Terry Corcoran. To all club presidents, secretaries and club officials, to our association coaches, Adam Sterling and Tristan Mulhern, to club coaches, parents, players and all guests. Thank you for coming. 2018 is a year that can go down with many highlights, and I'd like to talk about just a few. Association football at a junior level certainly carried the flag for us at the under 17.5s level. They had a brilliant win, and I think that team and the quality of that team is testament to the work done by the academy that we're now seeing a lot of results for. The under 15s didn't get up this year, but we certainly give Southern Football League a run for our money in that grade and that academy, and it tends to be a little bit cyclical. But we did have a number of children that were a year younger than the last year in that grade, so we'll be expecting big things in 2019. To all of the people that assisted, coaches, trainers and all the volunteers that assisted us with association football and the clubs for the training venues throughout the academy system and together with the association matches, thank you very much for your contribution, because you all do a wonderful job, and I'd like you to acknowledge that. Thank you. To our Great Southern Football League Academy, which has been running now for about 6 years, 5 or 6 years. I started to lose count a little bit, but it's led by David Wynn, and of course we've got a number of high-profile and well-credentialed people in there leading that. And I've mentioned them, but I'll mention them again in Brian Munn, John Griffin, Michael Simmons, Robbie McKinnon, and also mention Kim Sewell, who is involved in the 17.5s as a part of our junior operation. And of course the two coaches that have been heavily involved in our academy, and Tristan Mulhern and Darren Austin. So if you could acknowledge those, because it's all voluntary work. The academy planning is fully underway for 2019, and there'll be a reasonable amount of enhancement to that as we constantly strive to improve bringing footballers through our system and trying to get them into the South Adelaide system and hopefully ultimately to be drafted. And I think that, you know, we see some stars on the horizon, so I expect you'll hear from Mark Clayton, the under-18s coach at South Adelaide, and he'll talk further about that. And obviously they'll be pleased about making sure that we get a great number of our players from the Great Southern Football League to go to the next level. The Mini Colts Carnival was again a great success over 2 divisions, and of course we've held the first 2 semi-finals last weekend, and the grand finalists are now Wollonga and McLaren. Congratulations. That showcase will be here at Encounter Bay on Sunday, programmed deliberately on Sunday so as we don't clash with netball. And that will give the opportunity for the most amount of parents and grandparents and family to come along and watch those children. And let me tell you, there's some serious talent. The way they move the ball that I watched over the carnival and of course during last 2 weekends' matches, unbelievable. Some of the marks. And I guess these kids are probably working with a football every week at school and or at home, and probably sleeping in the gear the night before because they don't want to be late. It's amazing, they're ready to go at 8 o'clock even though the match doesn't start till 8:30. But I wish both of them the very, very best of luck, and we'll look forward to crowning a premier on Sunday here at Encounter Bay. Our women's competition has exploded in 2018, and I spoke at some length about that at our senior medal count, and I also wrote in our budget in regard to it. And thanks to Terry Corcoran, Andrew Batten and Grant Levy, who is not able to attend because he's had an operation and he's ill. And together with all of those club delegates from each club who've represented them, have pulled that together in an inaugural year where we've had to cross new bridges and do new things, and we'll be enhancing that or fine-tuning things that we might have thought we didn't perhaps get fully right. But thank you to those people who have done that. You've done a wonderful job. The numbers have moved from 2,025 registered players in 2017 to over 600 in 2018. And I understand there's going to be a few more for next year, so that's an enormous growth. So can you please acknowledge those people who supported that? As I'd mentioned at our senior medal count, at the AGM this year I'll be retiring as president of the league, and I can inform you that Terry Corcoran, who is a guest tonight, is a nominee as a candidate for that, for the position of president of our league. And I will then consider a role, an advisory role which was created last year by the league, subject to the new president's sign-off. I've spent the last 10 years as president of the Great Southern Football League. I was 8 years at Langhorne Creek prior to that, and I've spent another 10 years prior to that in administration of sport, and some at a national level, which included World Cups in a different sport. And I guess that I'm a little burnt out and need to allocate a little bit more time to my family. I'd like to thank club officials and all the clubs for the way they've treated me when I visit those clubs over the last 10 years. It's quite humbling really when you go to those clubs, everyone talks to you. When you walk down the street even the kids say hello, so thank you very much for that. To all the parents and volunteers at the club, and there's some 200 I expect each week at each club to make football happen on a game day. It is an enormous commitment from you all, and it's important that you all play your role at the club to make sure that this remains strong. I thank you for your contribution. It's critical to the support of not only junior football, but football and the football club's viability. I'd like to thank Cameron Hull and Sharon Nixon and the Encounter Bay Football Club Committee for hosting tonight, and I could ask you please acknowledge that. Thank you. Thank you to my fellow executive for your support throughout 2018. Our job is incomplete at this point, but we're nearing the end. And to our sponsors, supporters and volunteers, thank you. Congratulations to all the medal and award winners that will be crowned tonight. And good luck to all those teams remaining in the finals. The series that is getting exciting, and I'm sure you're going to have a good time. And win, lose or draw, you've participated in elite sport in the Great Southern Football League. So thank you very much for your contribution, and enjoy the night. We'll have a short break and have something to eat, and then we'll come back with the junior medal count.
It's footy finals fever. The Great Southern Football League's footy finals are finally here. Who will win the holy grail of local football?
Probably Impava. Probably McLaren. Calipus.
Join Happy FM as we take you on a journey through the finals to the ultimate destination, the GSFL Grand Final on Saturday, September 22nd, with our expert commentary team, Kevin Curran.
Kevin puts it straight through the goal.
Neville Miller. And Trevor Pryor.
Turns around, picks it up, handball.
Calling all the action. Every finals game live streamed via the Happy FM website.
Okay, everybody, if I could ask you please to resume your seats. Continue eating that lovely meal. So what we'll do is we'll start the junior Colts count, and I just wanted to re-inform everybody at this point that Yankalilla and Maiponga Selix have a combined side in each grade. So when we get to this particular grade, the junior Colts, it was played at Yankalilla. So what may come up on the screen may well be Yankalilla, but it will be called differently. You've changed it, have you? See, that's why we've got it. So that's important. As we acknowledge those two clubs that combine sides in both junior Colts and senior Colts. So we'll do that, and Simo will call that along the way. So good luck, everybody, and I'll hand over to Simo to call. Thanks.
Is that right? Okay, I just want to welcome everyone to the 2018 Great Southern Football League Junior Colt Male Medal. We'll start with round one, Encounter Bay versus Wollonga. 1 vote Encounter Bay, Grady Eldridge. 2 votes Wollonga, William Duffy. 3 votes Encounter Bay, Oakley Johnson. Langhorne Creek versus Victor Harbour. 1 vote Langhorne Creek, Clement Miller. 2 votes Langhorne Creek, Adam Tauk. 3 votes Langhorne Creek, Oliver Duffy. Mount Compass versus Goolwa Port Elliot. 1 vote Mount Compass, Jordan Hooper. 2 votes Goolwa Port Elliot, Bailey Payne. 3 votes Goolwa Port Elliot, Jordan Pope. Yankalilla Maiponga Selix versus McLaren. 1 vote Yankalilla Maiponga Selix, Jaden Magor. 2 votes McLaren, Kyan Smith. 3 votes Yankalilla Maiponga Selix. Kerr. It's got Kerr here, sorry, I don't know the lad's Christian name. Wayne? I didn't say that, it's just very gullible. My apologies. Mike Dennis isn't in the room, by the way. Going well, folks. Round 2, please hold your attention. Let's get serious. Wollonga versus Langhorne Creek. 1 vote Wollonga, Hugh Daniel. 2 votes Langhorne Creek, Oliver Duffy. 3 votes Wollonga, Jacob Steele. Strathalbyn versus Encounter Bay. 1 vote Encounter Bay, Joshua Sutcliffe. 2 votes Strathalbyn, Isaac Burt. 3 votes Encounter Bay, Oakley Johnson. Goolwa Port Elliot versus Yankalilla Maiponga Selix. Now this isn't fair. 1 vote Yankalilla Maiponga Selix, Jaden Magor. 2 votes Yankalilla Maiponga Selix. I've just got Kerr written here, so my apologies if that's not the correct name. Cameron, thank you. Thank you very much. 3 votes, Goolwa Port Elliot, Jai Bottrick. McLaren versus Mount Compass. 1 vote McLaren, Sam Micken. 2 votes McLaren, Dusty Zimmer. 3 votes McLaren, Abor Cruz. Round 3, Strathalbyn versus Langhorne Creek. 1 vote Strathalbyn, Jack Wheaton. 2 votes Strathalbyn, Isaac Burt. 3 votes Strathalbyn, Tom Wheaton. Encounter Bay versus Victor Harbour. 1 vote Encounter Bay, Joshua Wenham. 2 votes Encounter Bay, Joshua Sutcliffe. 3 votes Encounter Bay, Oakley Johnson. Wollonga versus Goolwa Port Elliot. 1 vote Goolwa, Jai Bottroff. 2 votes Wollonga, Hugh Daniel. 3 votes Wollonga, Angus Bradley. Yankalilla Maiponga Selix versus Mount Compass. 1 vote Yankalilla Maiponga Selix, Jaden Hines. 2 votes Yankalilla Maiponga Selix, Blake Rodriguez. 3 votes Yankalilla Maiponga Selix, Jaden Magor. Round 4, Encounter Bay versus Yankalilla Maiponga Selix. 1 vote Encounter Bay, Kieran Garrett. 2 votes Encounter Bay, Owen Hayter. 3 votes Encounter Bay, Oakley Johnson. Goulburn Port Edith versus Victor Harbour. 1 vote Victor Harbour, Jack Oschlager. 2 votes Goulburn Port Edith, Jai Bottrop. 3 votes Goulburn Port Edith, Bailey Payne. Mount Compass versus Wollonga. 1 vote Mount Compass, Memphis Williams. 2 votes Wollonga, Jacob Steele. 3 votes Wollonga, Angus Bradley. Strathalbyn versus McLaren. 1 vote McLaren, Luke Mitten. 2 votes McLaren, Cooper Rogers. 3 votes Strathalbyn, Isaac Burt. Round 5, Wollonga versus Yankalilla Maiponga Selix. 1 vote Yankalilla Maiponga Selix, Billy Shaw McMillan. 2 votes Yankalilla Maiponga Selix, Joshua McCann. 3 votes Yankalilla Maiponga Selix, Jaden Hines. Langhorne Creek versus Encounter Bay. 1 vote Encounter Bay, Oakley Johnson. 2 votes Langhorne Creek, Matthew Roberts. 3 votes Langhorne Creek, Adam Tout. Victor Harbour versus Strathalbyn. 1 vote Victor Harbour, Trasson Pick and Carbine. 2 votes Strathalbyn, Josiah Manarangi. 3 votes Strathalbyn, Isaac Burt. McLaren versus Goulburn Port Edith. 1 vote McLaren, Abor Cruz. 2 votes Goulburn Port Edith, Jaden Heaton. 3 votes Goulburn Port Edith, Bailey Payne. Round 6, Mount Compass versus Encounter Bay. 1 vote Encounter Bay, Joshua Wenham. 2 votes Encounter Bay, James Baxter. 3 votes Encounter Bay, Oakley Johnson. Victor Harbour versus McLaren. 1 vote Victor Harbour, Zachary Schroeder. 2 votes Victor Harbour, Trasson Pick and Carbine. 3 votes McLaren, Abor Cruz. Strathalbyn versus Wollonga. 1 vote Wollonga, Hugh Daniel. 2 votes Strathalbyn, Jackson Matchin. 3 votes Wollonga, Angus Bradley. Yankalilla Maiponga Selix versus Langhorne Creek. 1 vote Langhorne Creek, Darcy Pate. 2 votes Yankalilla Maiponga Selix, Jaden Hines. 3 votes Langhorne Creek, Matthew Roberts. Round 7, Wollonga versus McLaren. 1 vote McLaren, Caleb Waite. 2 votes Wollonga, Hugh Daniel. 3 votes Wollonga, Angus Bradley. Yankalilla Maiponga Selix versus Victor Harbour. 1 vote Yankalilla Maiponga Selix, Jaden Magor. 2 votes Victor Harbour, Zen Atkins. 3 votes Victor Harbour, Trasson Pickett Carbine. Goulburn Port Edith versus Strathalbyn. 1 vote Goulburn Port Edith, Jaden Heaton. 2 votes Strathalbyn, Isaac Burt. 3 votes Goulburn Port Edith, Bailey Payne. Langhorne Creek versus Mount Compass. 1 vote Mount Compass, Megan Tilby. 2 votes Langhorne Creek, Oliver Duffy. 3 votes Langhorne Creek, Matthew Roberts. Round 8, Strathalbyn versus Mount Compass. 1 vote Strathalbyn, Jack Wheaton. 2 votes Strathalbyn, Josiah Manarangi. 3 votes Strathalbyn, Isaac Burt. McLaren versus Encounter Bay. 1 vote McLaren, Joshua Cranage. 2 votes Encounter Bay, Hugo Smith. 3 votes Encounter Bay, Joshua Sutcliffe. Goulburn Port Edith versus Langhorne Creek. 1 vote Goulburn Port Edith, Caden Wilton. 2 votes Goulburn Port Edith, Jai Bottrop. 3 votes Langhorne Creek, Matthew Roberts. Victor Harbour versus Wollonga. 1 vote Victor Harbour, Mitchell Craig. 2 votes Wollonga, Jacob Steele. 3 votes Wollonga, Alfie Atkinson. Round 9, Encounter Bay versus Goulburn Port Edith. 1 vote Goulburn Port Edith, Bailey Payne. 2 votes Encounter Bay, Oakley Johnson. 3 votes Goulburn Port Edith, Jaden Heaton. Langhorne Creek versus McLaren. 1 vote McLaren, Oliver Collins. 2 votes McLaren, Cooper Rogers. 3 votes McLaren, Luke Mitten. Mount Compass versus Victor Harbour. 1 vote Victor Harbour, Jack Oschlager. 2 votes Mount Compass, Charlie Stewart. 3 votes Victor Harbour, Ari Menenko. Yankalilla Maiponga Selix versus Strathalbyn. 1 vote Strathalbyn, William Sheriff. 2 votes Strathalbyn, Josiah Manarangi. 3 votes Strathalbyn, Isaac Burt. Round 10, Wollonga versus Encounter Bay. 1 vote Wollonga, Hugh Daniel. 2 votes Wollonga, Angus Bradley. 3 votes Encounter Bay, Oakley Johnson. Victor Harbour versus Langhorne Creek. 1 vote Victor Harbour, Trasson Pickett Carbine. 2 votes Langhorne Creek, Oliver Duffy. 3 votes Langhorne Creek, Darcy Pake. Goulburn Port Edit versus Mount Compass. 1 vote Mount Compass, Charlie Stewart. 2 votes Goulburn Port Edit, Joshua Bowyer. 3 votes Goulburn Port Edit, Jaden Heaton. McLaren versus Yankalilla Myponga Selix. 1 vote Yankalilla Myponga Selix, Jaden Hines. 2 votes McLaren, Dusty Zimmer. 3 votes McLaren, Cooper Rogers. Round 11, Langhorne Creek versus Wollonga. 1 vote Langhorne Creek, Oliver Duffy. 2 votes Wollonga, Jacob Steele. 3 votes Wollonga, Angus Bradley. Encounter Bay versus Strathalbyn. 1 vote Strathalbyn, Isaac Burt. 2 votes Encounter Bay, Joshua Sutcliffe. 3 votes Encounter Bay, Oakley Johnson. Yankalilla Myponga Selix versus Goulburn Port Elliot. Goulburn Port Elliot, 1 vote Goulburn Port Elliot, Jake Forrestal. 2 votes Yankalilla Myponga Selix, Blake Rodriguez. 3 votes Goulburn Port Elliot, Bailey Payne. Mount Compass versus McLaren. 1 vote Mount Compass, Jordan Hooper. 2 votes McLaren, Dusty Zimmer. 3 votes McLaren, Sam Nicken. Round 12, Victor Harbour versus Encounter Bay. 1 vote, Victor Harbour, Trasson Picken Carbine. 2 votes Encounter Bay, Owen Hayter. 3 votes Encounter Bay, Oakley Johnson. Goulburn Port Elliot versus Wollonga. 1 vote Wollonga, Bryson Brown. 2 votes Goulburn Port Elliot, Caden Wilton. 3 votes Wollonga, William Duffy. Langhorne Creek versus Strathalbyn. 1 vote Strathalbyn, Jackson Matchin. 2 votes Langhorne Creek, Oliver Duffy. 3 votes Strathalbyn, Isaac Burt. Mount Compass versus Yankalilla. 1 Yankalilla Myponga Selix, 1 vote Yankalilla Myponga Selix, Jaden Hines. 2 votes Mount Compass, Brody Mason. 3 votes Yankalilla Myponga Selix, Jaden Magor. Round 13, Yankalilla Myponga Selix versus Encounter Bay. 1 vote Encounter Bay, Aidan Mathewson. 2 votes Encounter Bay, Owen Hayter. 3 votes Encounter Bay, Oakley Johnson. Victor Harbour versus Goulburn Port Elliot. 1 vote Goulburn Port Elliot, Jaden Heaton. 2 votes Goulburn Port Elliot, Jordan Pope. 3 votes Goulburn Port Elliot, Bailey Payne. Wollonga versus Mount Compass. 1 vote Wollonga, William Duffy. 2 votes Wollonga, Elliot Smith. 3 votes Wollonga, Angus Bradley. McLaren versus Strathalbyn. 1 vote Strathalbyn, Isaac Burt. 2 votes McLaren, Cooper Rogers. 3 votes McLaren, Luke Mitten. Round 14, Yankalilla Myponga Selix versus Wollonga. 1 vote Wollonga, Jacob Steele. 2 votes Yankalilla Myponga Selix, Jaden Hines. 3 votes Wollonga, Bryson Brown. Encounter Bay versus Langhorne Creek. 1 vote Encounter Bay, Owen Hayter. 2 votes Encounter Bay, Hugo Smith. 3 votes Encounter Bay, Oakley Johnson. Strathalbyn versus Victor Harbour. 1 vote Victor Harbour, Mitchell Craig. 2 votes Strathalbyn, Josiah Manarengi. 3 votes Strathalbyn, Isaac Burt. Goulburn Port Elliot versus McLaren. 1 vote McLaren, Luke Mitten. 2 votes Goulburn Port Elliot, Jai Bottroff. 3 votes Goulburn Port Elliot, Bailey Payne. Round 15, Encounter Bay versus Mount Compass. 1 vote Encounter Bay, Joshua Sutcliffe. 2 votes Encounter Bay, Oakley Johnson. 3 votes Encounter Bay, Hugo Smith. McLaren versus Victor Harbour. 1 vote Victor Harbour, Hayden Wallace. 2 votes Victor Harbour, Trasson Pickett Carbine. 3 votes McLaren, Luke Mitten. Wollonga versus Strathalbyn. 1 vote Strathalbyn, Josiah Manarengi. 2 votes Wollonga, Angus Bradley. 3 votes Strathalbyn, Isaac Burt. Langhorne Creek versus Langhorne Creek versus Yankalilla Myponga Selix. 1 vote Langhorne Creek, Jackson Humphreys. 2 votes Langhorne Creek, Oliver Duffy. 3 votes Langhorne Creek, Matthew Roberts. Round 16, McLaren versus Wollonga. 1 vote Wollonga, William Duffy. 2 votes, Wollonga, Hugh Daniel. 3 votes, Wollonga, Angus Bradley. Victor Harbour versus Yankalilla, Myponga Selix. 1 vote, Yankalilla, Myponga Selix, Blake Rodriguez. 2 votes, Victor Harbour, Trasson Pickett Carbine. 3 votes, Yankalilla, Myponga Selix, Jaden Magor. Strathalbyn versus Goolwa Port Elliot. 1 vote, Goolwa Port Elliot, Bailey Payne. 2 votes, Strathalbyn, Isaac Burt. 3 votes, Strathalbyn, Josiah Manarangi. Mount Compass versus Langhorne Creek. 1 vote, Langhorne Creek, Luke Scafida Muta. 2 votes, Langhorne Creek, Clement Miller. 3 votes, Langhorne Creek, Matthew Roberts. Round 17, Mount Compass versus Strathalbyn. 1 vote, Mount Compass, Charlie Stewart. 2 votes, Strathalbyn, Josiah Manarangi. 3 votes, Strathalbyn, Isaac Burt. Encounter Bay versus McLaren. 1 vote, Encounter Bay, Ryan Pearsons. 2 vote, McLaren, Kyan Smith. 3 votes, Encounter Bay, Hugo Smith. Langhorne Creek versus Goolwa Port Elliot. 1 vote, Goolwa Port Elliot, Bailey Payne. 2 votes, Langhorne Creek, Matthew Roberts. 3 votes, Langhorne Creek, Adam Tout. Wollonga versus Victor Harbour. 1 vote, Wollonga, Sebastian Howick. 2 votes, Victor Harbour, Zachary Schroeder. 3 votes, Wollonga, Angus Bradley. Round 18, McLaren versus Langhorne Creek. 1 vote, McLaren, Kyan Smith. 2 votes, McLaren, Cooper Rogers. 3 votes, McLaren, Luke Mitten. Victor Harbour versus Mount Compass. 1 vote, Victor Harbour, Lincoln Priddle. 2 votes, Mount Compass, Harrison Oster. 3 votes, Mount Compass, Jordan Hooper. Strathalbyn versus Yankalilla, Myponga Selix. 1 vote, Strathalbyn, Tom Wheaton. 2 votes, Strathalbyn, Isaac Burt. 3 votes, Strathalbyn, Bailey Vivian. Goolwa Port Elliot versus Encounter Bay. 1 vote, Goolwa Port Elliot, Bailey Payne. 2 votes, Encounter Bay, Oakley Johnson. 3 votes, Encounter Bay, Ryan Pearson. That concludes the count. And congratulations, Encounter Bay's Oakley Johnson. He wins the Great Southern Football League Junior Colt Best Appearance Award with 37 votes, followed by Strathalbyn's Isaac Bird, who had a fantastic season. Thanks.
Congratulations, Oakley. I'll also call up Wayne Deacon, who's representing Florio Milk and Yogurt Company as sponsors, and I'll ask him to put this medal around your neck. What an exciting count. You've obviously had a good year. Congratulations.
Hello. Well, yeah. I'd like to thank everyone in the league. Encounter Bay, all the other clubs. Mum, thank you. Yeah. I'd like to thank coaches, Jack and Tom. Thank you. Oh shit. Yeah. I'd like umpires. Thank you, umpires. And GSFL. Steve for my South coach. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
I know what that's like when you don't see it coming. You would have probably all seen that this is also being live streamed through our website, so if anybody as people at home that they want to watch, you can ask them to tap into that. If they've got smart TVs, they can also hook up to it. Okay, we'll move along to presenting our Junior Colts leading goal kicker for 2018. And I'll call up Bailey Payne from Gould Port Elliot on 68 goals, and I'll ask Mark Clayton from South Adelaide Football Club, the under-18s coach, to come up and present that. And in second place, Joshua Wenham from Canada Bay on 56. And in third place, Jacob Steele from the Demons with 33. Congratulations.
Have to work hard next year in the senior Colts.
I'd like to thank my family for taking me to big games. I'd like to thank my teammates, my coaches and Gould Footy Club. I'd like to thank GSFL and Canada Bay for hosting the night. Cheers.
Thank you very much. We'll have a quick break so as they can clean up your plates and the like, and then we'll come back with a couple of other awards.
It's footy finals fever. The Great Southern Football League's footy finals are finally here. Who will win the holy grail of local football?
Probably Mtava. Probably McLaren.
Join Happy FM as we take you on a journey through the finals to the ultimate destination, the GSFL Grand Final on Saturday, September 22nd, with our expert commentary team, Kevin Curran,
Puts it straight through the goal.
Neville Miller, and Trevor Pryor.
Turns around, picks it up, handball.
Calling all the action. Every finals game live streamed via the Happy FM website.
Thank you. And if I could ask Mark Clayton, the South Adelaide under-18s coach, to come forward to do two things. One, to present the South Adelaide Football Club Pathway Club of the Year award and talk about that. And at the conclusion of that, Mark will have a few words and a presentation from the South Adelaide Football Club. So please welcome Mark Clayton from the South Adelaide Football Club.
Thank you. First of all, I just wanted to go over Warren Plungers is the South Adelaide football manager. He's an apology tonight, so he's asked me to come along instead and just talk a little bit about the talent pathway from local clubs through to South Adelaide and then beyond South Adelaide, hopefully to AFL. So for all you guys that are aspiring to play at a higher level, hopefully if you don't know the pathway, this will give you a real clear picture of what that actually is. So if you have a look up on the screen, it talks through local clubs. So we rely heavily on the Great Southern Football League as well as the Southern Football League and KIFL to work with junior players and get them to a really good standard, which you've done a fantastic job, especially over the last 6 or 8 years since the academy has been running. And it's not a coincidence that we're at South Adelaide are starting to reap the benefits of that and starting to get some success through our programs because of the work that you guys are doing. So up on the screen it's just got a little diagram which shows some of the pathway through. So for local grades to come through our under 13s and 14s, from there under 15s, which is the youth championships, our Panther Academy, which is our under 15s that go on to under 16s next year, our under 16s program, under 17s, 18s, reserves and league. So we hope that the kids go through this pathway. Hopefully you guys send them through to us and then we have them for a period of time and then they transfer back to the Great Southern Football League, hopefully with a little bit more knowledge, and we've had some impact on them and made them better along the way. So also I wanted to talk a little bit about our development squad team of the year, which this year we had 12 representatives from the Great Southern Football League. At under 13 level, Jaden Hines, Caden Wilton, Seb Hope. Under 14s, Jaden Magor, Kyan Smith. Under 15s, Noah Williams, Zane Norman Brown, Bailey Payne, Nathan Higgs. And under 15s, Arlo Draper, Matty Roberts and Cooper Rogers. So we had a great representation from our country zone in our development squad team of the year. So again, that has a lot to do with the work that you're doing with your country academy out here. Our under 14 best player award went to Jaden Magor this year, another kid from my Pongaselli, so well done to Jaden. Our under 15 country player of the year, Arlo Draper. That's the best fun we had of the Arlo, so sorry about that, mate. We'll have to get another one next year. We also wanted to make a special mention for our under 15 country championship team, which was the first team to actually win the championships representing South Adelaide. So since 1981, this is our first team that actually won the whole thing. So a great effort. So there's something that we're really proud of, and at every opportunity we've promoted as much as we can. So most of those guys came from the Great Southern Football League. So I think we're really confident in the future of South Adelaide when we've got the quality of those guys coming through. Our 2017 Panther Academy, we had 13 representatives from the Great Southern Football League. And our 2018 Panther Academy, we've got 19 players invited. So as you can see, the numbers keep rising from the Great Southern Football League. So again, we're really stoked to have those guys a part of it. Just on our teams that we've got going now, the 16 teams have played finals 3 of the last 4 years. So we're starting to get some success there. Our under 16 team this year, Shannon Jones was our most improved player, and Matty Roberts was come second as an under 15, come second in our under 16 MVP. So out of our top 8, we had 3 guys from Great Southern Football League: Matty Roberts, Dylan Kleinig and Shannon Jones, all polling very well in our best and fairest. Our 2017, we had 15 GFL reps in our winning under 17 side, and this year we also went undefeated in our under 17 comp through the mid part of the year with 12 reps. So again, we're really proud of the fact that we've got so many guys from here coming and being involved with our programs, but not only being involved, but being in successful teams and going through and winning their division. Our under 18s team this year, we playing finals for the 2nd year in a row, so we playing a prelim this week, which is played Sunday morning at Adelaide Oval. So the players are getting a great opportunity to play at the best oval in the state. We've got 8 players that are playing in that team at the moment that have come through our talent pathways through Great Southern Football League to play in that team at the moment. Also, we've had lots of state representation this year, so we're really pleased to start to get some great individual results. But what I'd like to highlight is the players that are, sorry for that. We had 4 players that debuted for South Adelaide this year. They come from the Great Southern Football League: Liam Fitt, Hayden Sampson, Jackson Elms and Nathan Kruger. So all of those guys have come through our talent pathways to play senior football. But not only that, we've got out of our 32 coaches, 10 have been involved. So we like to try and we're trying really hard to make sure that we don't just educate the players, but we're trying to get some education into the coaches as well. So hopefully that filters back to the Great Southern Football League, and not only the players that are involved with South Adelaide, but more players are getting exposed to some better coaches as well. So in our league team, we had 12 GSFL reps, which I think over the next few years you'll find that that number will improve significantly. We've done a lot of work with our juniors over the last 5-6 years, and I think we're just starting to see the benefit of that. Now, if you look at our under-18s, we've played finals for 2 years in a row. Last year, I think we had 16 players go up from our under-18 squad to train with our senior squad, and this year at the stage we've got about 20 that'll go up. So they're starting to get a bit of depth and a lot more local talent involved with our senior teams. Just before I talk about the girls, in 2016 we had 301 games played from GSFL players throughout all of our under-16s, 18s, reserves and league. In 2017 that number went out to 338, and this year that number's at 408. So we're starting to get a lot more kids come through and play, and considering that that's all 4 of our grades, and our junior talent has to come from our local zones, the only way that number can increase is if more of our local zone players are going through to play senior football. So there's starting to become a real clear pathway for kids to go through and play senior football at South Adelaide, and I'm quietly confident that we may have a couple of players drafted at the end of this year that have come from your zone. So I'll be looking with a fair bit of interest come national draft in a short period of time. And if we talk quickly on our girls, our under-17 girls have won the last 2 premierships in the under-17 competition. This year they're going around again. They're playing at the moment. Our girls under-17 team is undefeated at the moment. They've got 1 more game to go. I'm pretty confident they'll win that, which means they'll play in the grand final in a couple of weeks' time. Our under-15 girls have won 2 of their 3 games. Their 3rd game is on the weekend, and I think they'll go through as undefeated as well. So at South Adelaide we've got a fair bit of success starting to happen, so we look forward to the not just too distant future, and hopefully that transitions to senior football. Our senior women's were premiers last year at senior level, so they did a fantastic job. That's the stats that I showed before. Our Talent Pathway Club of the Year. So for those of you who are not sure how this is done, every player that plays for South Adelaide gets a point. So every time a team from Wollonga, let's say, plays in any of our grades, they get a point. So the winning team this year is Victor Harbour on 90 points. So someone from Victor Harbour would like to come up, we've got a small token of 6 footies that we'd like to give you in recognition of winning this year's Pathway Club of the Year. That's it for me. Thank you very much for your time. Congratulations to the winners. Well deserved. Look forward to watching the results over the finals. Good luck to you guys and your clubs, and good luck in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark, and thank you for looking after all of our players down at South Adelaide when they go down there, and let's hope we can get someone drafted from our league very shortly. That would be exciting. Just to acknowledge and thank you for coming here, I've got a small token to say thank you. I hope you like a little wine. If not, you're going to have to pass this on to someone special at South Adelaide Footy Club. Okay, we might move into the Senior Colts medal count. Bats, if I could get you. I know everyone's waiting in suspense. So just while they're getting ready, good luck to all of those out there, and a lot of nervous mums and dads. So when you're ready, I'll hand over to you guys. Cheers.
Good evening, and here we go with the Senior Colts 2018 Best and Fairest count. Round 1, Encounter Bay versus Wollonga. 1 vote, Encounter Bay, Lachlan Costello. 2 votes. Rewind the tape. Just okay. 1 vote, Encounter Bay, Lachlan Costello. 2 votes, Wollonga, Jaden Turner. 3 votes, Wollonga, Manny Draper. Langham Creek versus Victor Harbour. 1 vote, Victor Harbour, Harrison Grenfell. 2 votes, Langham Creek, Jackson Zalitz. 3 votes, Victor Harbour, Henry Martin. Myponga Salix Yankalilla versus Strathalbyn. 1 vote, Strathalbyn, Harley Gibson. 2 votes, Myponga Salix Yankalilla, Ben Hamilton. 3 votes, Myponga Salix Yankalilla, Kane Spinks. Mount Compass versus Gula Port Elliot. 1 vote, Mount Compass, Jack Guy. 2 votes, Mount Compass, Jared Tilby. 3 votes, Gula Port Elliot, Mikhail O'Flaherty. Round 2, Wollonga versus Langham Creek. 1 vote, Wollonga, Henry Martin. 2 votes, Wollonga, Brock Kilner. 3 votes, Wollonga, Joel Waters. Strathalbyn versus Encounter Bay. 1 vote, Encounter Bay, Lachlan Costello. 2 votes, Encounter Bay, Blake Bailey. 3 votes, Encounter Bay, Lachlan Williams. Victor Harbour versus Myponga Salix, Yankalilla. 1 vote, Myponga Salix Yankalilla, Campbell Belaney. 2 votes, Myponga Salix Yankalilla, Kane Spinks. 3 votes, Myponga Salix Yankalilla, Ben Hamilton. McLaren versus Mount Compass. 1 vote, McLaren, Jack Hicks. 2 votes, Mount Compass, Jack Guy. 3 votes, Mount Compass, Rory Bowles. Round 3, Strathalbyn versus Langham Creek. 1 vote, Strathalbyn, Jordan Bissett. 2 votes, Strathalbyn, Bradley Wallace. 3 votes, Strathalbyn, Liam Sterling. Encounter Bay versus Victor Harbour. 1 vote, Encounter Bay, Marcus Lippert. 2 votes, Encounter Bay, Adam Tyrrell. 3 votes, Encounter Bay, Bailey Neal. Wollonga versus Gulwa Port Elliot. 1 vote, Wollonga, Jack Webb. 2 votes, Wollonga, Patrick Lang. 3 votes, Wollonga, Manny Draper. McLaren versus Myponga Salix Yankalilla. 1 vote, McLaren, Harrison Evans. 2 votes, Myponga Salix Yankalilla, Ben Hamilton. 3 votes, Myponga Salix Yankalilla, Jake Spinks. Round 4, Gulwa Port Elliot versus Victor Harbour. 1 vote, Gulwa Port Elliot, Mitchell Doig. 2 votes, Gulwa Port Elliot, Caleb Pope. 3 votes, Gulwa Port Elliot, Mikhail O'Flaherty. Mount Compass versus Wollonga. 1 vote, Wollonga, Jake Austin. 2 votes, Wollonga, Jack Webb. 3 votes, Wollonga, Manny Draper. Myponga selects Yankalilla versus Langhorne Creek. 1 vote Langhorne Creek, Zach Stacey. 2 votes Myponga selects Yankalilla, Campbell Belaney. 3 votes Myponga selects Yankalilla, Kane Spinks. Strathalbyn versus McLaren. 1 vote McLaren, Henry Matthews. 2 votes McLaren, Samuel Bentley. 3 votes McLaren, Harrison Evans. Round 5, Mount Compass versus Myponga selects Yankalilla. 1 vote Mount Compass, Callum Howe. 2 votes Mount Compass, Jack Guy. 3 votes Myponga selects Yankalilla, Kane Spinks. Langhorne Creek versus Encounter Bay. Encounter Bay, 1 vote Kyle Hayter. 2 votes Encounter Bay, Wade Sweetman. 3 votes Encounter Bay, Lachlan Costello. Victor Harbour versus Strathalbyn. 1 vote Strathalbyn, Braden Gator. 2 votes Victor Harbour, James Mulhern. 3 votes Victor Harbour, Dylan Kleining. McLaren versus Goolwa Port Elliot. 1 vote Goolwa Port Elliot, Caleb Pope. 2 votes McLaren, William Goma. 3 votes McLaren, Lachlan Cam. Round 6, Mount Compass versus Encounter Bay. 1 vote Mount Compass, Jack Guy. 2 votes Encounter Bay, Lachlan Costello. 3 votes Encounter Bay, Adam Tyrrell. Victor Harbour versus McLaren. 1 vote Victor Harbour, Dylan Kleinig. 2 votes McLaren, Harrison Evans. 3 votes McLaren, Matthew Hill. Strathalbyn versus Wollonga. 1 vote Wollonga, Archie Ferrari. 2 votes Wollonga, Brock Kilner. 3 votes Wollonga, Arlo Draper. Myponga selects Yankalilla versus Goolwa Port Elliot. 1 vote Goolwa Port Elliot, Caleb Pope. 2 votes Myponga selects Yankalilla, Kane Spinks. 3 votes Myponga selects Yankalilla, Campbell Belaney. Round 7, Wollonga versus McLaren. 1 vote McLaren, William Goma. 2 votes Wollonga, Liam Nye. 3 votes Wollonga, Arlo Draper. Encounter Bay versus Myponga selects Yankalilla. Encounter Bay, 1 vote Wade Sweetman. 2 votes Encounter Bay, Denver Kerr. 3 votes Encounter Bay, Lachlan Williams. Goolwa Port Elliot versus Strathalbyn. 1 vote Goolwa Port Elliot, Riley Perry. 2 votes Goolwa Port Elliot, Joe Woods. 3 votes Goolwa Port Elliot, Caleb Pope. Langhorne Creek versus Mount Compass. 1 vote Langhorne Creek, Josh Baldwin. 2 votes Mount Compass, Rory Bowles. And I'm not sure about this one. We'll go on to the next one. Sorry about that. Round 8, Strathalbyn versus Mount Compass. 1 vote Strathalbyn, Liam Sterling. 2 votes Mount Compass, Jack Guy. 3 votes Mount Compass, Callum Howe. McLaren versus Encounter Bay. 1 vote Encounter Bay, Oliver Price. 2 votes Encounter Bay, Denver Kerr. 3 votes Encounter Bay, Lachlan Costello. Goolwa Port Elliot versus Langhorne Creek. Goolwa Port Elliot, 1 vote, Joe Woods. 2 votes, Goolwa Port Elliot, Shay Thompson. 3 votes, Goolwa Port Elliot, Mikhail O'Flaherty. Victor Harbour versus Wollonga. 1 vote Wollonga, Liam Nye. 2 votes Wollonga, Adam Stewart England. 3 votes Wollonga, Manny Draper. Round 9, Encounter Bay versus Goolwa Port Elliot. 1 vote Goolwa Port Elliot, Caleb Pope. 2 votes Encounter Bay, Brody Neeson. 3 votes Encounter Bay, Che Vermillion. 1 vote, Wollonga versus Myponga selects Yankalilla. 1 vote Myponga selects Yankalilla, Campbell Belaney. 2 votes Wollonga, Brock Kilner. 3 votes Wollonga, Lachlan Scott. Langhorne Creek versus McLaren. 1 vote Langhorne Creek, Jackson Dallitz. 2 votes McLaren, Zach Allen. 3 votes McLaren, Max Gill. Mount Compass versus Victor Harbour. 1 vote McLaren, Mount Compass, Jay Degner. 2 votes Victor Harbour, Heath McLaren. 3 votes Victor Harbour, Heath Trelaw. Round 10, Wollonga versus Encounter Bay. 1 vote Wollonga, Lachlan Scott. 2 votes Encounter Bay, Brodie Neeson. 3 votes Encounter Bay, Lachlan Costello. Victor Harbour versus Langhorne Creek. 1 vote Langhorne Creek, Noah Harrison. 2 votes Victor Harbour, Harrison Grenfell. 3 votes Victor Harbour, Colby Whitbourne. Strathalbyn versus Myponga Selix, Yankalilla. 1 vote Myponga Selix, Yankalilla, Campbell Bellamy. 2 votes Myponga Selix, Yankalilla, Jai Thompson. And 3 votes Myponga Selix, Yankalilla, John Morris. Goolwa Port Elliot versus Mount Compass. 1 vote Goolwa Port Elliot, Caleb Pope. 2 votes Goolwa Port Elliot, Joe Woods. And 3 votes Mount Compass, Jack Guy. Excuse me. Round 11, Langhorne Creek versus Wollonga. 1 vote Wollonga, Liam Nye. 2 votes Wollonga, Brock Kilmer. 3 votes Wollonga, Arlo Draper. Encounter Bay versus Strathalbyn. Strathalbyn, 1 vote Braden Gator. 2 votes Encounter Bay, James Harrell. 3 votes Encounter Bay, Lachlan Williams. Myponga Selix Yankalilla versus Victor Harbour. 1 vote Myponga Selix Yankalilla, Kane Spinks. 2 votes Victor Harbour, Billy Wade. 3 votes Victor Harbour, Henry Martin. Mount Compass versus McLaren. 1 vote McLaren, Henry Matthews. 2 votes McLaren, Lachlan Cam. 3 votes McLaren, William Gomer. Round 12, Victor Harbour versus Encounter Bay. 1 vote Victor Harbour, Jared Morden. 2 votes Encounter Bay, Griffin Clark. 3 votes Encounter Bay, Lachlan Costello. Goolwa Port Elliot versus Wollonga. 1 vote Wollonga, Jacob McDonald. 2 votes Wollonga, Dylan Dales. 3 votes Wollonga, Arlo Draper. Langhorne Creek versus Strathalbyn. 1 vote Langhorne Creek, Ezekiel Papadopoulos. 2 votes Langhorne Creek, Bailey Godwin. 3 votes Langhorne Creek, Jackson Dallas. Myponga Selix Yankalilla versus McLaren. 1 vote Myponga Selix Yankalilla, Kane Spinks. 2 votes McLaren, Samuel Bentley. 3 votes McLaren, William Gomer. Round 13, Victor Harbour versus Goolwa Port Elliot. 1 vote Victor Harbour, Heath McLaren. 2 votes Goolwa Port Elliot, Caleb Pope. 3 votes Victor Harbour, Dylan Kleining. Wollonga versus Mount Compass. 1 vote Wollonga, Jacob McDonald. 2 votes Mount Compass, Jack Guy. 3 votes Wollonga, Lachlan Scott. Langhorne Creek versus Myponga Selix Yankalilla. 1 vote Myponga Selix Yankalilla, Jaden Hines. 2 votes Myponga Selix Yankalilla, John Morris. 3 votes Myponga Selix Yankalilla, Ben Hamilton. McLaren versus Strathalbyn. 1 vote McLaren, Lachlan Bellum. 2 votes McLaren, Max Hill. 3 votes McLaren, Joseph Carapetis. Round 14, Myponga Selix Yankalilla versus Mount Compass. 1 vote Myponga Selix Yankalilla, Ben Hamilton. 2 votes Mount Compass, Jack Guy. 3 votes Mount Compass, Myponga Selix Yankalilla, Kane Spinks. Encounter Bay versus Langhorne Creek. 1 vote Encounter Bay, Brodie Neeson. 2 votes Encounter Bay, Lachlan Williams. 3 votes Encounter Bay, Wade Sweetman. Strathalbyn versus Victor Harbour. 1 vote Victor Harbour, James Schroeder. 2 votes Victor Harbour, Matthew Ayres. 3 votes Victor Harbour, Henry Martin. Round 15, Encounter Bay versus Mount Compass. 1 vote Encounter Bay, Shay Vermillion. 2 votes Encounter Bay, Lachlan Williams. 3 votes Encounter Bay, Wade Sweetman. McLaren versus Victor Harbour. 1 vote McLaren, Joss Hunt. 2 votes McLaren, William Gomer. 3 votes Victor Harbour, Mitchell Brook. Wollonga versus Strathalbyn. 1 vote Wollonga, Liam Nye. 2 votes Wollonga, Adam Stewart England. 3 votes Wollonga, Arlo Draper. Goolwa Port Elliot versus Myponga Selix Yankalilla. 1 vote Myponga Selix Yankalilla, Ben Shute. 2 votes Myponga Selix Yankalilla, Matthew Bray. 3 votes Goolwa Port Elliot, Corey McGowan. Round 16, McLaren versus Wollonga. 1 vote, Wollonga, Liam Nye. 2 votes, Wollonga, Adam Stewart England. 3 votes, Wollonga, Thomas Neville. Maiponga Select Yankalilla versus Encounter Bay. 1 vote, Encounter Bay, Denver Kerr. 2 votes, Maiponga Select Yankalilla, John Morris. 3 votes, Encounter Bay, Lachlan Williams. Strathalbyn versus Goolwa Port Elliot. 1 vote, Strathalbyn, Ronan Wood. 2 votes, Goolwa Port Elliot, Mikhail O'Flaherty. 3 votes, Goolwa Port Elliot, Henry Shaw. 1 Mount Compass versus Lennon Creek. 1 vote, Mount Compass, Rory Bowles. 2 votes, Lennon Creek, Shannon Jones. 3 votes, Lennon Creek, Matthew Roberts. Round 17, Mount Compass versus Strathalbyn. 1 vote, Mount Compass, Brodie Mott. 2 votes, Mount Compass, Baden Vatsavalis. 3 votes, Mount Compass, Jack Guy. Encounter Bay versus McLaren. 1 vote, McLaren, Luke Goodison. 2 votes, Encounter Bay, Mitchell Riley. 3 votes, Encounter Bay, Lachlan Costello. Langham Creek versus Goolwa Port Elliot. 1 vote, Langham Creek, Jackson Delitz. 2 votes, Goolwa Port Elliot, Mitchell Doig. 3 votes, Goolwa Port Elliot, Rory Hauser. Wollonga versus Victor Harbour. 1 vote, Victor Harbour, Harrison Grenfell. 2 votes, Wollonga, Jacob McDonald. 3 votes, Wollonga, Arlo Draper. Round 18, last round. Goolwa Port Elliot versus Encounter Bay. 1 vote, Goolwa Port Elliot, Joe Woods. 2 votes, Encounter Bay, Andrew Fife. 3 votes, Encounter Bay, Denver Kerr. Maiponga Select versus Wollonga. Maiponga Select Yankalilla versus Wollonga. 1 vote, Maiponga Select Yankalilla, Ben Hamilton. 2 votes, Wollonga, Liam Nye. 3 votes, Wollonga, Thomas Neville. McLaren versus Langham Creek. 1 vote, Langham Creek, Godwin Bailey. 2 votes, McLaren, Samuel Bentley. 3 votes, Langham Creek, Shannon Jones. Victor Harbour versus Mount Compass. 1 vote, Victor Harbour, Riley Davenport. 2 votes, Victor Harbour, Noah Williams. 3 votes, Victor Harbour, Kane Cooper. So that concludes the reading.
Thank you again to Wayne, Blue Eye Milk and Yogurt for coming to do that and for sponsoring our junior competition. Congratulations, Lockie. It's been a big few years for you, and I'm sure that you'd probably like to thank a few people. I've given you a few minutes to actually capture your thoughts. Obviously you had a great year, so how about you tell us about it?
I'd just like to thank everyone at the comp for making it work, and all the opposition and the clubs I played for, Goolwa and Encounter Bay, South, and yep, that's about it. And the GSFL, thank you all for putting on a good competition. Cheers.
Man, a few words. I'd like to now invite up Adam Sterling, who was the association coach of our under 17.5s or senior colts, and ask him to present the goal kicker, the leading goal kicker for 2018. And whilst Adam's comes up, if you could acknowledge the work he's done with those for the last couple of years. Thank you very much. And the winner of the goal kicking, so Encounter Bay having a pretty clean sweep, Cole Hazer with 43 goals. In second position, James Lawton from Wollonga with 31. Third, Block Plinner from Wollonga with 30 goals. Cole Hazer from Encounter Bay.
Firstly, just like to thank coaches, trainers, runners, teammates. Thanks for hitting me up in targets. To the GSFL for tonight. It's a great event, and yeah, cheers.
Well, thank you very much. That brings our evening to a close, but I would in closing like to again congratulate all of the medal and award winners tonight, to wish all of the clubs participating in finals across the course of the weekend, and in particular our many Colts Grand finalists for Sunday, and that's an exciting day for you. Good luck to everybody playing, good luck to all of those teams and clubs, and I hope you have a happy final series that's remaining, and a safe trip home. And thank you again for all of those people who have supported us by way of sponsorship through our academy and of course South Bay Football Club. Thank you, good night.